go. I guess maybe it's a little different. I think I just got an upgrade to Zoom, so it might not do the got it button anymore. Slowly, they remove the annoying things and add more new annoying things to the system. So let me just check if the live stream is up and running. Here's Jody. Yeah, live stream's going, so we can get started. Looks like we have everyone we expect. All right, so let's get started. This is docket 3490 WR 107, the Village of McFarland for authority to adjust water rates, the application of the Village of McFarland. My name is Michael Newmark, Administrative Law Judge for the PSC. We're connected through Zoom with the utility, its consultant, and commission staff in attendance. We've made the connection available to the public, but we do not seem to have any connected at this time. We're creating the record today. That'll be the documents we identify and verify under oath as exhibits, as well as live comments we receive from the utility and commission staff, and any members of the public that do join us before we adjourn. We're also accepting written comments from the public through the commission's website or by US mail. We do have one comment on file so far, but we will accept those until March 22nd. And so expect to see those in the record if we do receive them on time. We will also, we do with the record, and the record also includes a recording of the hearing. So we're live streaming and there'll be a recording preserved on our YouTube channel. We refer the record to Andy Galvin, the administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation and Analysis. And the administrator will make a decision, and then that decision is reduced to a written order, which will be emailed to the utility and posted on the commission's website. So that's our basic process. Usually we start with the utility to verify its documents first. I do have a list of documents that was prepared by Alex Hanna, commission staff. So I'm just putting that up on the screen share. So the 7 documents from the utility. And so we'll just need someone from the utility. Could be more than one person, depending on how you want to split that up. But let's start with the customer notice. So who do we have in attendance here that can verify the customer notice for us?
Amy Irwin can.
All right. So let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. And do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. So just so you're the assistant to the Public Works Director, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, great. And let me know if you can see the screen share.
I can.
Okay, so you see that customer notice listed. Are you familiar with that document?
Yes, I am.
Is it complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and can you verify the other documents, or do you want to pass that off to someone else?
I'd like to pass those to Jody.
Okay, perfect. Well, before I let you go though, do you have any comments you'd like to make?
Not at this time.
Okay, that's fine. So we'll take Jody Dobson next for the other documents. I'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Nope, you're muted. I can actually fix that for you. I always forget I can do that. There we go.
I do.
Okay, perfect. So let's see, and you're consultant with the utility with Baker Tilly, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so the remaining documents, can you see those on the screen share?
Yes, I can.
All right, and you're familiar with those?
Yes, I am.
Are they complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
They are.
And do you have any comments?
Not at this time.
All right, so we'll open it up to anyone else who's representing the utility. Are there any comments from anyone else connected with the utility at this time? We can take those comments now. No, nobody? Okay. So we'll move on to a revenue requirement, the commission staff document. Amanda Slaughter will swear you in. So please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you confirm that the revenue requirement document is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
And do you have any comments?
No.
All right. Cost, service, date, and rate design, that's Alex Hannah. So we'll swear you in. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Can you confirm that the cost, service, study, and rate design exhibit is complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
All right. Do you have any comments?
I have no comments at this time.
Okay. All right. So that's all of our documents and comments from utility and commission staff. I'm going to turn off the screen share. And I see that there are no members of the public in attendance at this point. So no live comments from the public. We will still be remain open to accepting those up until the deadline of March 22nd. And people who need to get instructions on how to file those comments, they can review our notice of hearing, the one commission issued, also the one that the utility sent to customers, and as well as the recording on YouTube. We'll have that on the screen. So at this point, I think we have
Excuse me.
everything. Is there any issues we need to address before
We do
adjourn?
have members of the public actually physically in person at our
Oh, okay, great.
meeting. Would anybody like to provide public comment?
All right, yeah, come up to the table there. So, this is great. Haven't had many of those kinds of systems in these hearings. So great, I like that. All right, so what we'll do is kind of a similar process. I'll just swear you in and get your name, and then go ahead with your comments. So we'll start off with raising your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, great.
First of all, is it possible I could get the names of the people at the front counter here?
Can I get your name, please, first?
Okay, my name is Tom Havel. I'm a
Okay, great.
resident of the village of McFarland.
Yeah, if you would mind introducing yourself, the people on the table there.
Lee Egel, Director of Public Works.
Amy Irwin, Assistant to the Director.
Hi, Tom. Matt Schenke,
Hi.
Village Administrator.
Okay. Well, thank you for, that was a test. Thank you for allowing the public comment on this. Most of my comments are going to focus on the public fire protection charge, or I'll refer to it as PFP. By approving resolution 2023-16, the village board authorized the movement of the PFP charge from the levy to the ratepayers of the utility. Doing this moves the charge from what I call a political decision to now a fiduciary responsibility, since it's going to be a utility charge. The October 10th, 2023 staff report noted that there was a dire desire to, quote, include village residents who are non-water utility customers, but within the village limits, parentheses, essentially those properties served by private wells, but still provided fire protection services through the department, close parentheses, end of quote. Further, as noted in the staff report, the PFP is created as a cost recovery means to provide this water, especially in large, rapid quantities. Just as this would apply to a resident served by a hose connection to a hydrant, it also applies to a tender, a tanker, or tanker trucks filled by the hydrant. The same logic is important so that the charge is applied not just to the utility ratepayers, but to all properties served by the fire department. This means that the charge should be applied in an appropriate manner to the towns that are served by the fire department, and those towns particularly that don't have any or may not have any water service, as most of them probably do not. The village to date has not charged the PFP to the towns through any agreements they currently have in regard to providing fire service. Rural towns benefit from the village utility infrastructure because they can get a load of water quickly from our system. The lack of agreement was at a time when it was a political decision, and with a move to the utility, there exists that fiduciary responsibility to make sure the ratepayers are not in any way subsidizing rural development through water rates or the public fire protection charge. Currently, the PFP is based on a value of $475,000, which may increase depending on PSC action regarding the McFarland utility rate structure, which is part of what's here. Applied equally to all customers, which doesn't really occur, but which the village staff noted would be a cost to about $132 per ratepayer, or about $4 more than the median property home would pay on taxes based on a median value in 2023. Well, it's not the PSC issue. The village has already accounted for this switch in funding from the levy to the ratepayers, and rather than providing a concomitant decrease in the levy, they seem to have used it for other expenses. Thus, a ratepayer will be faced with an increase not just in the water rate or in the levy staying the same, but now also the water rate with the movement of the PFP charge. This will place an undue burden on those homeowners who may already be struggling. The village should be mandated to make the utility whole for both PFP and water used by a town. The village could then recoup such costs through new contracts with the town or towns. It is only fair that the towns pay their rightful amount to the utility, so the utility is not subsidizing that rural development. And I understand it's not standard in contracts that villages or cities have with towns for this, but just because it has not been done in the past, or is it not part of standard agreements, does not mean it should not be. So it's time to start new thinking in our times of more difficult and movement of rates and difficult times that we're facing with high inflation. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak from the public? No? Okay. I don't know if the staff may have some information about this. I mean, is this an unusual situation? Is the village is serving the surrounding towns with fire protection? Or is it just that the trucks can fill up with village water and then provide fire protection in that way?
Would you like me to sign me in and I could?
Sure, yeah,
provide some
let's do
backup?
that, sure. So let me swear you in, raise your right hand. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Okay, just give us your name and your title, please.
Matt Schenke, Village Administrator.
Great, thanks.
So the village operates a fire and rescue department that provides emergency services for fire protection as well as paramedic response to the towns of Dunn and Pleasant Springs, not the entire towns, a portion of them. And in doing so, the agreement that was reached with the towns to contract for this service excluded the public fire protection charge, regardless of whether it sat with the tax levy or a utility. That was not part of their consideration at the time. That predates me. This agreement's been in place for a number of years and is something that could be updated in order to address the concern. But it's more of a service delivery question as to what to do with the bulk water when there is a fire. Typically, we see one, I mean, obviously, hopefully we don't see any fires. Obviously, that's not a good thing, but they don't happen that frequently. And when that does happen, it would usually typically fall under the bulk water rate charge based on the gallons utilized if we were to charge them back. But again, it would be something of a service delivery thing that we could build into them. They were not contributing on a contracted basis towards the cost previously.
Okay, but to bill them for the water would be something you need to agree to
That
in
could be
advance?
something, yeah, that could be something we discuss with them at the conclusion of a fire, if that were, again, with the bulk water rates being what they are and the amount of water varying depending on the type of fire and how much water needs to be hauled out there. We're also assuming all that water is coming from the utility. Sometimes tanks fill up from streams and other municipalities that are closer by, depending on the type of response that is needed. The Public Safety Center that we constructed itself has a pump connection to the detention pond next to the facility, so we're not taking we'll call it more expensive water in that case for that purpose, drinking water.
Sure.
So it's not always exactly that. A dollar for dollar match on that cost. But again, our agreement with the town, we could adjust that depending on sort of what that cost might be. It's not, it's probably not thousands of dollars. Current estimates are hundreds, but it really depends on the event itself.
Right. Okay. So just in terms of those estimates, that's just based on past experience? How did you come up with those?
how we came up with those. It's based from the fire and rescue chief. He estimated about 10,000 gallons might be used in a single family structure fire for a decent sized fire response. 20,000 gallons maybe on a very, very large expense. Apply that to the bulk water rate per 1,000 gallons applied, not dissimilar to what we charge for other utilities, contractors that purchase water from us to kind of come up with that amount. Remember the towns are already paying for the trucks that are rolling down the street, so that's a totally separate issue. That is definitely part of what they contract for. The ability to have that emergency response equipment as well as the individuals that are operating and using the equipment and the materials provided. The water again was something would be something different than that.
Okay, all right, great. Well, yeah, thanks for elaborating on that a little bit. I think that'll be useful. All right, so anything else we need to address? Any other member of the public wanted to comment in the room there? Oh, yeah. Yes.
Hello, I'm Lynn Hetrick. I'm a resident, 37 years of the village of McFarland.
All right, so let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, go ahead.
I just found out about this today, but what I'm wondering is, so the money that we would normally pay in our property taxes for this water charge is now going to be on our water bill? Is that correct?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and answer, just to clarify.
Is that okay? Michael, would you like me to answer that?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good to clarify for the audience, sure.
Yep. Thank you. Sorry, it's their public hearing, so I just wanted
Okay.
to.
You're good.
Yes, the village board took action last fall to make application to the PSC to transfer the public fire protection charge from the tax levy to the ratepayers of the utility.
Okay, and so then this charge will not be, will it be a reimbursement to the village residents on our property taxes, or we'll have, our property taxes will be less by that amount?
They will not. The board opted to utilize those funds from the tax levy that was created by the transfer to fund other operational needs of the village.
Such as?
Police, fire, public works, service delivery across the spectrum that is provided in the general fund.
So we'll be paying additional money on our water bill that used to be paid on our property taxes.
That is correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Anyone else wish to speak? No? All right. Well, if you do change your mind, we'll still be able to accept your written comment up until what is that date? The 22nd. Yes, make sure we get that right. March 22nd. So in case you did want to comment, but chose not to do so in person, we certainly can accept that comment in writing and from anyone really. So if you want to take time and think about it, there's still time to formulate a comment and send it to us. I would just advise at this point in the game, you want to probably submit it through our website rather than mail it to us because we need to receive it by Friday. Otherwise, anything else we need to address before we adjourn? Nothing? All right. Well, thanks very much, everyone. We're adjourned and take care.
Thank you.